Hello everybody, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. Today I just want to show you, it's a project share I guess, and then I thought we'd work on something together. Just for a little bit. You know that what I mean by that. I never do anything that's fast, so I will try to be as fast as possible, but it'll probably be pretty slow. So I needed to do my neutrals, except we do have two of the yo-yos that this was left over from the colors, you know what I mean? And so was this one. Aren't they sweet? Teeny, teeny, tiny lavender rosebuds. This was left over, and this was left over, and there's a third one. Where did that go? Here it is. And yes, if you think that looks like bees, you're right. This one is pretty thick. It's not upholstery fabric or home decor fabric, but that's why that hole is so large, because that one was thick. This one was the opposite of thick. And let me show y'all what I did do. This is lace. How fun is that? I've got an idea to try some yo-yos with something else I have in mind. I'm not the first one to do them in lace. I think a lot of us who make things have the same ideas. You know what I mean? Maybe at different times, but we do. This is from J.C. Penney, put out a valance. And this is from that valance I got at a thrift store. And so that's what it looks like in the larger one. Look at this one, how it comes out. How cute is that? And another one I thought you all would like is this fabric I got at Joann's. Look at all that metallic thread in there. Isn't that pretty? I think that is gorgeous. I got this fabric from Joann's as well. Remember when Joann's would let us get the fat quarters for, what was it, $10? Well, that's when I would get stuff like this. You can't read the writing, but isn't that pretty? And another one I thought you all might find interesting is, this is almost like seersucker, you guys. Oh, that's my little tail from the thread. And what I do, if I want to use this side, which I won't probably, then all you have to do is pull this fabric and it'll go in. So a little seersucker on that one, but this is the one that I adore. This is eyelet, but as you see, the thread they use for it is very, very shiny. I hope that it's picking it up. Didn't that come out pretty? And I thought, let me look behind me for a second, y'all. I thought something like, let's see, something like this. How pretty would that be in there? Look at that, with the little rhinestones and pearls. How pretty would, let's see, where can we put this? Maybe this. How pretty would that be, y'all? Ooh. Look at all the rhinestonies. That's not showing up real well, though, is it? I wonder if that would look better than something like that. Ooh. We're still neutral. And then I grabbed this one. Let's see. Where would this one? That one might even be pretty in the pink one. Look at that. Oopsie. Like so. How pretty is that? So, anywho, I'll put these back. So, again, doing those in the middle of the night or early morning, however you want to say it. And so I have all of these scraps left over, you know, and as you all know, a lot of people will make, let me put these on the side here. A lot of people will do fun little things like a snippet roll or snippets. And I didn't do the roll, even though I could have, but I didn't have tons of material left over in the strips that were even to connect to make a long roll. So I don't know if you all do this, but sometimes I just cut them and different, different sizes. And this is what I had left over from my yo-yos, the neutral ones. Although you'll see this fabric here, and I haven't done a yo-yo in it yet. I wanted something different, so I grabbed that. And so as you see, we're on white fabric that has a creamy colored fabric, actually, that has a design in it. And then, just the neutrals of what I had. And then I thought, what I do, let's see, you all already know this, but just in case you're new to the snippets, let's use this as our base. Let's say this is our base. Well, as you see with me, if I can, I like to rip it. I like the ripped edges. You don't have to though, okay? So it would be, this would be our base. And see, this is what I'm left with, you see? This type of stuff. So maybe I'd say, okay, I want to put this here. And let's see. I always think that looks like a fawn. Reminds me of a fawn. Maybe even a white piece, like, oops, that doesn't like fabric, by the way. Okay. So, and then I usually go here and fluff this out a little bit, make it a little bit weird looking. So, put that here, and maybe this piece. Oh, I do have a teeny tiny piece of that left. Let's see, which way does the writing go? The writing is, it's a mystery. Then something like, I don't even know if that's showing up, guys. Are we showing up? Then maybe this one. Let's see, maybe just a little one here. You'll see threads over everything when you're doing this. Oh, that doesn't want to. Okay, and if it doesn't want to rip, just cut it. And sometimes you can get the little threads to have it fray, sometimes not. And maybe tuck that one under. And sorry about no rings. I've got an old shirt on, but Handsome and I are very different when it comes to heat. And I think it's nice to wear a sweater and long sleeve. Maybe I've got a turtleneck on. And, cover everything up and keep the thermostat down. He doesn't agree with that at all. So it's rather warm in here. Okay. Then, I love this piece. I don't know if you can see. This is from Joann's too. It's more of it looks like a tea-dyed background. And then that design on top of it is stunning. Let's see if we can tear this. Something tells me no. But let's see. Yes, we can. And again, let's try to fluff it out some. If you don't like the edges being a little too out there, you can cut them. And something like that. And then what I do, you can do several things. If you want, you can just sew around them and it's fine. Or you can do it by hand. You can do it by machine. Or you can be like me and say, oh, they're not going to stay where I want them. So there are glue sticks out there, y'all. I know they're online. I know they're on Amazon. That look like a pan. You know what I mean? And then you just, for fabric. And then you just put a little bit in the middle and just so that it, excuse me, so that it stays put and then you can sew it. Some people don't want their needle in any kind of glue, whether it's for fabric or not. I had purchased the Pritt glue sticks. When I get like 3 at a time or something. I personally think that they're just for temporary. I know some people absolutely love them, but I personally see them as a temporary thing, not as a permanent thing. So I'm using this, and what I do is I would just put the glue from the glue stick, we can do like so if you want. This one would go down first, just a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a little bit in the center. And then you put it where you want it. And then I sew on machine around it. Okay. Now this, I would put a little bit right here because it's turning up. Okay. I haven't ironed it. But I want to go under there. So let's do this one. Just a little bit. And we'll go under that one like so, okay? We'll go like so. And then since I want to go over this one, maybe with the way that's cut, let me cut that little piece off. And maybe here and here, so that I love the background one. And you see, that's the only one that's not ribbed. Interesting. But, so then what we could do is just put this here. I'll still use this, but I just want to mainly show you what I did. And then this pretty white one. Just a little bit is on it, y'all. Just a little bit. And we'll put that one here. And then I like it when lace is put on there somehow. And like, do I have any lace just standing around? It's standing around. I have this. Okay, let's just cut this piece of. And some people have to have ragged edges, and you can, as you know, cut them like that, but this is just a square, and you know what I mean? How cute is that? And then maybe let's see if we've got, let me look behind me and see how small. I didn't do a lot of the teeny tiny, you can tell I didn't do a lot of the teeny tiny yo-yos because I was like, my patience is shot. Now this is out of the fabric that is in the background. You can do that. But a teeny tiny one would even be better, but I don't have one up here. Oh, or we can throw in the black, which is up there. You know? Or how about the lace one, y'all? Lace on lace, because it's that lace. We could do a different lace below it. Let's do that. Let's hold on a minute. Just to see. I mean, we're just playing. Do y'all like to just play? Uh-oh. Let me see. Do I have one of that? Uh-oh, y'all. Or what about that? I love that fabric. Oh, my. That's not ugly at all, is it? Okay. I will be right back because, as you all know, I have a teeny tiny craft room, but sometimes I have to go across the hall because stuff is stored over there as well. Lace. Let's try. This is not the good stuff, I'll be honest with you. You all have seen this, remember? One of them is the good stuff. So maybe let's, if we're going to do the lace, let's see here. We have this one, which is adorable. And what I do is I don't like that line. I cut it off. Now, would that be cute like there? And then this like here? Or do we need something on that white? You know what I mean? Let's see. Look at this one is creamy. And we could maybe even go like so. Oh, that's kind of cute, isn't it? Something like this. But again, you're all going to laugh at me if you want, but I don't like that line on there. I cut that off. The only way I leave it on is if I'm going to put it at the bottom, which would be cute too. Ooh. Okay. And then maybe a thicker lace here. I would have to go that away and it would take more time. But see, just some fun little cute little snippets that you do with your scraps. And you know, all of us have so many scraps. It's like, oh boy. So I'll finish that one later. Put that over there so I won't waste any more time. And let's see, I did pull a few things for these guys. Oh, okay, so wait, so after we do that, and before we put the yo-yo on, because you wouldn't put the yo-yo on, and I personally don't put the lace on. You can do it if you want. I take this over to my sewing machine. I got ahead of myself, y'all. And as you see, I just have fun. Hopefully the light is picking that up. I started here. I went down, around, here, and then I went wee, wee, because I think it's fun. It's fun to do. Now, if you're doing a snippet roll, then it's really fun to do because you've got that length and you can just make your stitches like this. It's really cool, really pretty, and I've done that in a shabby chic snippet roll before that I did a video on, so you all probably saw that one. If you're new, you're like, what are you talking about? But I've done a snippet roll before, and then I've cut it up and used it to decorate bags and gifts and pages, and you use them as tags and all sorts of stuff. And okay, so for this is just where we got that far. Then the next step for me is to take it over. It was probably, to be honest, is probably to do this. See, I want my edges different. Okay. And then stitch it on the machine and then bring them over. And I'm not going to do this with you because I'm sure y'all are like, oh, don't take forever, Coin. But then just little snippets of that lace from the curtain. And then, oh, you can put so many things on here, as you all know. And then I have this wooden button. I think that's from Joann's too. I don't know. Which would draw your eye, you know, down some. I love this showing, so I might end up doing something strange with the lace, like putting it at an angle. And then what I'm thinking of using to sew, and I will sew the button on to come through that. In fact, you don't even need to glue the lace down because you're going to, it will adhere by me adding this button. And what I will do is I will take this crochet thread that is 100% cotton. It says it's 6 cord. And what I do is I don't know where I got this, you guys, but I love this needle with this brown top. I can feed it through there. And what I'll do is I'll just go through, well, let's try that together. Let's do that together. Let me put this back where it belongs. Okay. So we've got our little lace piece down there that you can see, but you can still see all the stitching, which I really like. Then let's thread a lot of thread on there, but I'm sure I'm going to use it on other things as well. Another thing you can do is put, if you have it, you can put some fibers underneath this. You can put even some yarn. You can put some cheesecloth, any of that stuff. And I do have cheesecloth, but it would blend in, I think, a little too much. Okay, so what I do, well, let me make sure, first what you have to do is make sure that your needle goes through. And these look so big, yeah, that's why I wanted to use it. Okay, and I don't sew it on traditionally, you know, like what we would normally do to sew something on. Like I said, these, with the snippets, a lot of times, but not all times, they're adhered to something. So you know what I mean. If I'm going to put this on a page or on a pocket or on a tag, then, and I want it doubly secure, I can put my fabric tack right there and it's not going to go anywhere. But what I do just to put them on, now see, I'm going through my lace so we can keep our lace down without gluing it. And it'll take a while to go through because I do have that prick glue stick on there. And I'm going to want this almost exactly, do I want it down some? Or do I want it, yeah, maybe down just a smidge. And then I'm going to have to do this to see where that baby is, because I'll be here. You're going to be like, Corn, I'm so bored. If you do that, I think Tracy Fox is the one that taught us to do that. Go through the front. And, okay, so I go ahead and take my needle out. And then what I do is, no, I'm going to go this way because this is much shorter, is I just tie it in a knot because I want those fibers in the front, not in the back. Do you know what I mean? I could go, you know, I could do the knot and the whole thing and go, I do 3 knots. I tie it 3 times, by the way, because I want it to stay put. And then, boy, I used too much. I could still use this for other things. Okay. And so your lace is down, your button is on, and you have another little, you know, you have a little crochet thread there too. Yarn thread, what have you. And what I'm going to do is leave these on, because sometimes I want to leave them on and sometimes I don't. And if I'm working on a certain project and I want to put this on there and I'm like, I don't want them, then I just cut them off. So that's how one of them is going to be. This one, to save time, I'll just show you what I had in mind. This is a button as well. Oh, I don't know where I got these guys. In my Joann's as well. I'm not sure. They had a really cool button section. And then the lace, I just a little snippet of lace that I thought would be pretty here and on over the white that I have there. And oh, that would be even prettier, wouldn't it? Because your eye goes up to this. And something else. I thought I had something else sitting there. I thought I had like a little flower or something. Oh, I did at one time. Okay, I'll show you all. Let me grab it again. All right. Just in case you're interested, you might be like, ugh. I don't know where I put them, y'all. Oh, no. Every time I rearrange the room, I'm like, oh, I don't know where anything is. I knew where they were this morning, but then I put stuff up. Okay. Just a little flower that coincide with the colors in the butterfly. It should be where I can grab them. Oh boy, guys. Oh well. That's how it goes when you are unprepared to do a video. But anyway, it's like this one with the little rhinestone in the middle, but it's a pinky coral, pinky peach. So, oh well. So that's what I had in mind for this one, because I wanted a flower for the butterfly to go to, you know what I mean? So, and then for this one, just showing you what you can and can't have, play with, you know, on there. I love this button, and I'm pretty sure this came from Michael's, and we're talking years ago. And this is just a snippet from the end. You can see it had a scalloped end on that valance. And that's just a little snippet of lace from that. And I thought it might be cute to curve around this button of a clock, which I adore clocks, and a bee, which I adore bees. How precious is that? And again, you can get out your sequins, you can get out your appliques, you can get out so many other things to put on here. Here's another little piece of that. I'm going to put this way though. Look what happened with my fabric here. It got pretty tight here when I started that. But see, this is a part of that scallop as well. And I thought, oh, that might be pretty like, well, I like the writing on that. So something like this, you know, or you could do something like this, or like this, if you want it. I like it coming into there better. And then, again, guys, this is just all from my stash, so I don't know where I got it, but it looks like little candies, doesn't it? And I just thought that was really pretty on there. And then the last one that I did, and see, these things can change, because I might say, oh, I don't like that as well as, I do like this, the one we did together. And then this one maybe like so, and then I cut this little snippet of leaves off of an applique, and I thought, ooh, that might be pretty. Let's put this up even higher. That might be fun, even almost to the top there. And then put these here, and then a gray, because it's neutral as well, a gray flower with black leaves. How fun is that? But I think this leaf should be covered up a little bit more like so. And so that's what I'm working on in the craft room. I've got so many other things I'm doing, y'all, around the house. So when I get a chance, yo-yos in the middle of the night, and then snippets during the day if I get a chance. Oh, 28 minutes. See, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.